takes the possession of the ball and kicks the ball across the centre of the ground. Finds Aaron Broom carrying the ball. Now across half back. Goes towards half forward. Nick Farr presents up the ground. Takes a strong mark. Spins quickly. Goes round the corner. Resinger on a lead. Can't pick the ball up. Back there is Denneman. Picks the ball up. Has support from Harriet again. Goes quick kick. Back towards the half forward line. In front is... I think it's McDowell, but give a free kick or a mark's been paid to Gibbs, and it's played on with handball to Broom. Back towards centre forward, John O'Sanders, he can't take the mark. Expelled by O'Coley. Nathan Denneman again in the ground level to support, and a free kick this time being awarded to Nathan Denneman. So he now settles, goes wide. Tommy Harriet, another possession here, goes to the centre wing, short. Timmy Gardner picks up the ball. And now moves around Lewis on the mark. Goes back towards centre forward. Hood again in front of Broom. Leads him to the ball. Picks it up nicely. Twists and turns. Goes back towards centre half forward. But a poor kick finds Dan Gibbs. Dan Gibbs by foot goes wide. Comes to Watts. Watts now has time to carry the ball. Looks down the field. Has a... going for Woods, but unfortunately goes a bit short, and it's cleaned up, and now Jerkovic goes across the centre of the ground. Harriet again on the far wing. That must be possession number 5, Laurie, is it? He goes forward quickly to the half forward line. Giles there with Forbes. Robbie Giles pushes Forbes off the ground, off the ball. Oh, Jackson McLeod gets a nice smother there, but hit him right in the face. Picked up by David Gibbs. Comes wider, and Bradley Watts. Watts again short. Has Harding moving up the ground. Takes that mark in front of Jerkovic. Now he steadies, front of the broadcast box. Harding goes short, this time again looking for Woods, but Highland chips in, picked up by Gage. Good tackle from Dorber, should have been dropping the ball, but umpire said he handball it out. Handball from Farr to Lewis to Hinchcliffe. Kick smothered, a good smother. Goes back towards Farr. Farr gets handball out again. Lewis picks the ball up by hand, picked up by Nick Farr. Puts the ball down. Dorber this time has possession. Stripped of the ball there. And it goes out wide. But poor handball there from Harris. Goes straight into the arms of Robbie Giles. Giles short over the top. Has Aaron Broom in the centre of the ground. Broom pushing forward. This time again. Shaw couldn't take the mark. Has time to pick the ball up. Spins around the corner. Has Campbell. A poor kick, but is picked up there on the far side by Thomson and cleared out of the danger zone. Now McDowell pushing up the ground from half forward, has the ball and goes to Harriet at centre half back.
He must have something wrong with him, Tom Harriet, because he's been on his own for the whole of the game. He finds Gardner. Out of wing. He kicks to the lead coming from full forward. McLeod pushed out of the contest too easily. Following up there well was the Thomson player in... I'm not too sure. That was... taken on centre wing by Broom at the end, and Broom for Bannockburn on centre wing. We've been playing 4.5 minutes, no score at this point, so a very interesting start as the long kick from Broom finds Bradley across half back. He goes right across the ground looking for and finding Dowie, but he went half-hearted, Brett Dowie, and Watts, brilliant pace, runs to 50, has a bounce. He's run a long way. Umpire said there, that's fine. And to his credit, Denneman mops up there right across the face of goal. It's Harriet almost prepared to concede a behind, but the handball is back to Bradley. And Bradley now out of the danger area and finds a teammate on centre wing. That looks like Henry out there. Kicks the ball to where he should be playing. Coley well up the ground. He's taken the mark, true centre wing. Outer side. Coley to half forward, numbers with Bannockburn, 3-1 against Forbes, and numbers went out as the ball handball. Gee, it's a shocking handball though. Found Maharis to Gardner by hand to Jerkovic. He goes back into trouble, looks for some support. Handball to Grigg, went without the football. There's a bit of pressure out there as Dowie attacks the footy. Handball to Gardner, he ducks the head, gets through a tackle, able to get the ball on the boot, goes towards full forward, open goal face, and McLeod, taps it down beautifully to Hood it was, and Brent Hood in the goal square has kicked the first goal of the game. Great team goal for the Thomson side, and a very good start, although it's taken 6 minutes to get 1 goal for Thomson. No score Bannockburn. That's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Well, if that's any indication how you're going to get your score today, Eric, it's going to be hard to get them because it's taken a while to get that goal, but that was a great goal, good crumbing goal. You've got to do that at St Albans, and there's just some wrong matchups there. I think someone's got to go to Harriet. He's dominating over there. Same with Broom. Broom's had at this early stage. Aaron Broom's had 5 kicks. Harriet's had 6. So we've got to tighten up on those players.
Ball thrown back in the centre. This time Greg wins the tap, comes to Gardner, now by hand to Jerkovic. Jerkovic towards half forward. If Maharis is a target, and Nick Maharis puts one hand up and then grabs with the second, then a good mark just inside 50. Half forward flank, still a good kick to get it to goal, 50 metres out. So Nick Maharis, another opportunity here for Thomson. They started well again today. So Thomson side are pushed deep into attack. They have the numbers back. Looking for someone short, I think. Has Gardner, who's presented around and presents to about 35 metres out, directly in front of goal. So Timmy Gardner, I think I'd like to see Timmy on the run here, but has kicked a few during the course of the year. So Tim Gardner, not unaccustomed to playing across half forward and kicking goals. So another opportunity here for him to kick a goal. 7.5 minutes gone. Gardner moves in. Gets a bit of momentum up. It's a good-looking kick off the boot. It's going across the front of goal, and it's through for behind. So a point to Tim Gardner. Takes the Thomson side along to 1-1. 7 points they lead. Bannockburn yet to score.
Almost 8 minutes gone, first quarter. Broom to kick in for Bannockburn. Does just that now. Kicks it outside 50. Good-looking kick. There was a push to Lewis. Interesting, one umpire pays it, the other side of the ground it wasn't paid earlier, but clear-cut free kick there to Matty Lewis at centre half back. Nick Maharis landed pretty heavily in that contest and I think knocked the wind out of his sails, but the ball goes towards half forward. In front there was Harriet looking for a free kick on the spoil from behind, picked up McDowell, not too sure where to go. Handball to advantage for Bradley, not a good handball, so kicks it off the ground and into the pass there of Henry. His pace is outstanding. Unfortunately, he went without the footy. Backing up there was Dorber. Handball to Lewis on the overlap, and Lewis now for Bannockburn. Kicks towards centre half forward, and Jerkovic just eased his opponent out of the contest there and took the mark. Not a good-looking kick, however. Finds Broom in the middle of the ground. Numbers against Hood there for Thomson and Aaron Broom. Starting off the way he's played the last 2 or 3 games. Very, very well. He's on centre wing outer side. Now called to play on by the umpire. Not too sure where to go. Players coming at him, but he kicks it high towards half forward. A contest there. Harriet dropped the mark perhaps he might normally have taken. Out to Woods off hands for Bannockburn to the forward pocket, and there's Shaw. Great lead. He's let very, very wide, taking the mark almost on the boundary line. And we'll have a shot on goal from what we call the impossible pocket. We see a lot of goals kicked from there in finals here at St Albans. He's on the northeast corner near the state school here at St Albans, and Clinton Shaw moving in on the boundary. Good looking kick off the boot. Umpire indicates, I reckon, it's gone across the face. It is the first score for Bannockburn. Off the boot of Clinton Shaw are behind. That is their score, Bannockburn. They trail Thomson 1-1-7. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes gone.
Somali Armstrong doing the kicking in from fullback. Has Bradley short, sees him and goes over the top. Bradley puts one hand up, not a good effort there, but the ball's come down. Picked up by Woods, quick snap at goal on the right foot. Has gone across to the left-hand side again, and another behind to the Bannockburn side. Moves them along to 2 points now. They trail Thomson 1-1-7. As Eric said, we've now ticked over 10 minutes first quarter.
He had a bit of time there. He could have made him pay for that.
Started at a hectic pace the game, so it's going to be good, I think, if they can keep going. So Armstrong again comes short, finds Denneman just short of centre half back. Nathan Denneman been consistent across that half ball, the full back line this year. Goes backwards and finds Sabali Armstrong. Not a lot of ground made, but they still hold possession, Thomson. Now he goes short again. This time has Denneman again. He didn't take the mark, but he's been awarded the free kick there. A little bit lucky, Nick Farr coming in a little bit too quick. So Denneman again goes sideways. Again, goes wide. Finds Harriet again. Harriet comes wider, back towards centre wing. Up the ground comes McDowell in front of Gibbs. Picks the ball up nicely, gets out of the contest. Goes by hand to Madden, I think it is, working down the ground. Goes to Maharis at centre half forward, has the ball, goes with a handball over the top, puts Gardner under pressure, but Gardner again ducks and gets out of trouble. Goes back to Maharis, who was standing still, but Maharis now has time. Goes forward, it's a poor looking kick, goes towards Hood, who's picked the ball up very cleanly. Spins around the corner, going back towards the goal square, has Forbes there. Good pressure from Harding. Giles in support. Now on the left foot comes wide. Matthew Lewis on the half back line. Lewis goes short back towards centre half back. Dan Gibbs has pushed into that hole and takes the mark. So Dan Gibbs just outside the centre half back position, goes short again, has Farr O'Shannessy. Nick Farr takes the mark. Farr now looking to go further ahead. Goes down the ground. Woods again presenting up the ground in front of Bradley. Has his good possessions early in the game. Now quickly on to Shaw. Shaw and Madden. Oh, Shaw, a bit of a push in the back there. Last week he might have got away with that. But Clinton Shaw has given the free kick away to Madden. So Madden goes short and wide. Go on, Eric.
It's taken by Bradley, half-back flank. He hasn't got a lot to kick to, but goes to centre wing. Gage has made good position. Should have taken that mark and didn't. Comes back. Denneman supports him with a Shepherd, but Gage handball to nobody. And the ball now for Bannockburn back into the full forward area. Harriet again in the last line of defence. Advantage paid to Thomson. Free kick against the Bannockburn side on Harriet. Gurkovic to half forward. Ooh, well, there was a fair bit of Bannockburn players heading for Forbes then. They missed him, and the ball picked up and taken forward. A long kick, and Panther just onto the ground. A long lead from the goal square has taken the low chest mark 35 metres from goal. So it was actually Jackson McLeod who came off the ground. I don't know whether he had something in his eye, but...
No, I think there's probably good coaching. There's a little bit of pressure out there. Probably switch them around, give the boy a bit of a look at a final, Eric, and I think that was good work.
So Panther now moves in. Man on the mark at 30. Panther, a good looking kick off the boot, but it's drifting to the right and offline. And I guess their goals, the full forward needs to get in the big games, but it is a behind. 1-2-8 Thomson. 2 behinds Bannockburn. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes gone.
Broom kicks in, goes wide, finds Harding it was, and he comes further around the ground, and Chris Reek's taken the mark just short of centre wing. So Chris Reek has the ball. Not a long kick of the ball, goes in towards the centre of the ground. Nick Farr again presenting up the ground in front of a Coley. Takes the mark, spins and plays on. Has O'Shannessy leading in front of Armstrong. Armstrong, good use of the body, takes the mark, but is not allowed by the umpire. Has to go back by hand, has Maheras. Now Bradley goes round the corner, and O'Coley again takes the mark. Goes by hand to Jerkovic. Pressure from behind from Clark, and it's intercepted this time the handball by Farr. Goes wide looking for Perkins, but a poor kick sees Tom Herriot this time on this side of the ground, takes another mark and goes short over the top. Dowie leading up the ground, presents well and takes a mark in front of Dorber. So just short of centre wing. Bannockburn just margin to track, but the kick's smothered there by Dorber on the mark. Picked up by Reek, goes back to Watts by hand. Watts now looking further down the ground, has Woods, but he's pushed underneath the ball, and Aaron Bradley takes a relieving mark. Crosses the ball back towards centre half back. A dangerous kick. Well, nearly went straight to Chris Cramble, but Henry's been able to kick the ball up, go wide looking for McDowell. McDowell miles in front of Gibbs there, has time to steady. A little kick around the corner, and Mark Henry has done well to push up the ground and take the mark on centre wing.
Didn't have any options otherwise, did they?
He was in trouble if he didn't, so good play there from Mark Henry. Mark Henry on that right foot goes short in towards centre half forward. Under the back goes Highland, a bit of a shove in the back. Not awarded by the umpire. Picked up by Watts, comes wide. Oh, Harriet unfortunately couldn't take possession of the ball. Possibly another free kick there, but it's gone astray again. And Chris Reek has possession of the ball. Goes towards centre half forward, and over the top, Sabali Armstrong takes a mark over at John O'Shannessy. So Tommy Harriet having a bit of a spell now. And Noel Riley coming onto the play. Sabali Armstrong goes wide, finds Madden coming up the ground. Madden moves the ball quickly. Maheras is in the key possession and takes a mark in front of Dorber. Plays on quickly, goes towards the half forward line, kicking towards Panther. A good smother and chase down there by Van Ingen, but Hood picks up the ball very cleverly, spins the ball to the goal square, runs across the front of goal to the far pocket. In front is Highland, but the ball is going to be over the boundary line, 25 metres around from the behind post. Thomson into attack.
So 15.5 minutes gone, first quarter, 1-2-8 Thomson, 2 behinds Bannockburn. Very tight first quarter as the ball thrown in 30 metres from the behind post. Gardner in front, beautiful tap down Gardner to Hood. Hood goes goalwards and has missed to the left-hand side once again. 1 goal, 1 off the boot of Brent Hood. 1 goal, 3-9 Thomson. 2 behinds Bannockburn. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. Now at 16 minutes, the long kick in has come from the fullback position from Broome and found Watts outside defensive 50. Watts has seen Dale Smith, I think, leading from the press box and kicked it straight into the press box. So free kick out of bounds on the full and just onto the ground now. Noel Riley will take the free kick for Thomson. Goes to the corridor from behind. Maharis couldn't take the mark. He got the spoil up, however. Comes back on the footy. He's tackled immediately. Umpire said no prior opportunity. So at centre half forward, the umpire will take control of the football and put it in the air. Thomson attacking to the Buckley's end in the first quarter. Grigg up high, gets a tap forward at ground level. Forbes, good body on body there, made a contest. The ball comes out wide. McDowell, can he pick it up? He can't. Dives on the footy, and Gibbs it is. He can't pick it up
Henry,
either. And Henry, he stood the ground, had a bit of courage, goes towards the forward pocket. Panthers coming down on the footy, but Harding is happy to see the ball just drift ahead of his body over the boundary line, 30 metres from the behind post, in the forward pocket for the Thomson side. 17 minutes gone, first quarter in the second semi. 1-3-9 Thomson, 2 behinds Bannockburn.
Ball about to be thrown back into play. Maharis over the top, knocks it back into the hot spot. Kicked off the ground by Clark. Lewis picks the ball up. Pecan now goes by foot across the ground, picked up nicely by Watson. His handball is smothered by Brent Hood in a good chase down from behind, and the ball is again over the boundary line, just to the southern end of the commentary box here. So young Whitey here. This is David White, young bloke, this umpire.
Oh, okay.
So umpire about to throw the ball back into play. Comes in, Greg in front position. Good tap down to Hood. Yeah, it is. Goes forward quickly towards Maharis and Gibbs. Oh, could have been awarded a free kick there, but the umpires let things go. So Riley sweeps in the ball. Goes short with a little chip around the corner. Highland in probably a good position, but a free kick to Highland there.
It was beautiful work, Christian Highland. He was running with the flight of the foot. He just turned to face it, and his opponent ran slap bang into him face on. You can't do it. So, very, the old experience, Loz.
Yeah, no, look, already Thomson are interchanging their players very frequently, and that's going to count in good stead later on in this game.
So Christian Highland from about 15 metres out, I would think, nearly directly in front, has an opportunity to kick the goal. And Christian Highland puts that straight through the centre. So that's Highland's first and Thomson's second. They move to 2 goals, 3-15. They lead Bannockburn 2 points. And we've travelled just on 18.5 minutes, first quarter victory trophy scoreboard.
And it's been a great quarter, great contest out there at both sides. It's hard to get goals, it's hard to get possessions. I just got to take my mind back to Mark Henry there. He put his body in, and that's what you've got to do in the finals there, and won the hard possession, got the ball out here, didn't find a target, but inspirational stuff. That's the way you've got to play finals. Get in and do it hard.
So the ball back in the middle is the umpire, and we'll get things underway again as Aaron Broom comes from the defensive area back into that centre square for the ball up. Justin is in the middle for this ball up against Dorber. Dorber tapped down, tried to find Broom. He can't get clear. Timmy Gardner, well, stole it from him to Jerkovic, to Bradley. Not handling the ball well. Bradley so far dropped that, does get it to Christian Highland. Numbers here with Thomson is picked up by Justin. He kicks it towards half forward. Forbes hasn't had a touch yet. He's got 2 to beat there. And Giles and Lewis, they do well. They've also got in support, there's Gibbs David. Lewis finally out to Giles, and they're away. A handball goes to Broom, who's in the clear. Broom for Bannockburn towards the strong lead at half forward. A good diving mark there by Perkins for the Bannockburn side. Just forward of centre wing, goes along the flank. The leads come there from Woods. Unfortunately, didn't take the mark. Ball thrown out there by Gardner to, was that Bradley again. Now the turnover as the ball back into the centre of the ground with is it Wishart this time for Bannockburn. Going very wide, Bannockburn. I think they need to be more in the corridor as Shaw tackled with the footy. Umpire...
Lucky to get away with that. That was a throw in my opinion.
The Thomson boys looking for the free kick. Umpire not prepared to grant that wish. And just outside the 50-metre arc, half forward flank for Bannockburn on the eastern side here of the St Albans ground. Ball into the air once again. Dorber taps it forward, a bit like a basketball game, and the basketballer ended up getting it. Engage, handball forward to Justin. He can't bend to pick it up. He does well. Just toe pokes the ball along. Finally does pick it up. He had 3 players against him, and he earned a free kick. Good work, Justin, because numbers are against him. But he put the body on the line and earned the free kick. Goes to the middle of the ground. Gage has made good ground. Takes a good mark running with the flight of the footy. Not paid. Now the umpire's pinged him for holding the ball. Why wasn't that a mark?
Must have been touched off the boot because it's pretty clean this end.
Strike me lucky. So the ball now, it's in the full forward position now for Bannockburn, and the umpire moves in.
Going to bounce it.
And no holding the ball in this situation. It's 15 metres now for the Bannockburn goal as the ball is hit toward the boundary. It's umpire's gone down as well. And I don't know whether he... I
think he just slipped.
Just slipped on the ground as he'll now move in, and what's going to happen? The umpire might be calling for the ball up, is he? That's what's going to happen. As the ball deep in the forward pocket for Bannockburn in this first quarter. Now there's a whistle on play as
free kick
must have been a ruck
Thomson,
contest. So 22 minutes gone in this first quarter. Justin has earned the free kick for the Thomson side.
Justin deep in the back pocket, has the ball, comes out, goes outside 50, looking for Harriet it is, and he's taken a great mark there, Tom Harriet, just outside 50. So Harriet has the possession of the ball. Moves the ball now towards centre wing, up the ground, has McDowell.
That's
McDowell has taken a mark in front of Gibbs. So McDowell,
yeah,
15 metres against Gibbs there.
You can't do that.
Slung him to the ground after he took the mark there, so not a good decision there from Dan Gibbs.
That was a great mark
David Gibbs.
From McDowell.
Very strong.
Very strong.
So McDowell now brings the ball back inside 50 for Thomson. Coming across the pack is Broom. Knocks the ball to the ground. Hinchcliffe has a chance to pick the ball up. Comes back on his right side. Goes towards Dorber by hand. Dorber can't pick the ball up. Now he gets around Forbes, the oncoming tackler. Goes outside towards 50. Has Wishart. Has Henry. Picked up by Gibbs. Goes by foot quickly around the corner. Harriet's finds that possession and space by himself on the centre wing. But unfortunately for Tom Harriet, the ball has run over the boundary line just on the centre wing.
He's just playing a very intelligent game, Harriet, Laurie. Basically kick behind the play.
Yeah, and he's using up his energy and smart enough to get off and have a bit of a break as well, Eric, and that's good coaching, good play.
So 23 minutes gone from the throw-in. It came down to Clark of Bannockburn, kicks along the boundary towards half-forward flank. They're just, they're going too wide, Bannockburn, aren't they?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Far too wide on this ground.
Especially after last week.
Got to get back into the corridor, and that's where they played so well last week, you're right. But the ball is off hands. And at the 23-minute mark of the, or 23 and a half minutes gone, Thomson 2-3-15, Bannockburn 2 behinds. Ball about to be thrown in between wing and half forward, out of side, as one of the Gibbs boys coming off for a rest. As the ball thrown in far, doing the ruck work, went down to Jerkovic. Nice long handball. That's better from Bradley. Handled it pretty well. And gee, this will be interesting. Booley's just come straight off the interchange bench. The ball's nearly fallen in his arms. And he's given Thomson, at least Bannockburn, an additional number at the contest. But his kick left a bit to be desired as it's taken by Henry on half-back flank. Finds McDowell on centre wing, just tips it over the top, looking for Gardner. Just got the 15 metres. Gardner now has a bounce. Just gets a kick away before he's tackled. Not a good kick, Highland. Just can't take them. Oh, Riley does it well. He runs into the open goal. He's only got to kick it straight and does just that. And terrific roving there from Noel Riley has kicked the third goal for the Thomson side. And when they do get running and they do get the ball moving, they look very good. 3 goals, 3-21 Thomson, 2 behinds Bannockburn. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard as we just tick towards 25 minutes.
Well, there's good coaching in here. Forbes hasn't touched the footy yet. Harris will go to centre half forward, I would have thought. But that was a great handball from Jerkovic back there.
In the back half, yeah.
Oh, terrific vision.
But they've got players behind the footy that they can go to, Loz.
Yeah, and because they've got the numbers there, and that's the name of the game. And Bannockburn are playing right into their arms by going far too wide.
They must have a bit of a breeze too, I reckon. Bannockburn is a favourite end, I reckon, to be that bottom end. So yeah, this is a great quarter here by Thomson. So ball back in the centre of the ground. 25 minutes gone.
Find some trouble with matchup. There's Thomson players running loose everywhere.
We've got a ball-up situation going to occur because the ball hasn't moved outside that centre square. Wishart hands the ball back to the umpire. Again, ball to be thrown up. Dorber in ruck with Justin. This time, probably no effect again, I think. Justin used his body well, picked up by Highland, but he's immediately taken by 2 Bannockburn players and brought to ground, and the umpire's going to throw it up again.
And interesting, Tommy Harriet's ordering the small forwards deep into the pockets.
Ball, this time Dorber over the top, picked up by Lewis tight in the contest. He gets a high tackle there, and Matthew Lewis will win a free kick for the Bannockburn side. So Niall Riley just a bit high there, but Matthew Lewis now right in the true centre of the ground to push Bannockburn into attack. Let's hope they go a bit straighter this time. But again, a little bit wide. Shaw's on a lead, runs under the ball, comes over the back. Chance there for Campbell running onto the ball. He picks the ball up, or tries to pick the ball up. Can't do so. Pressure there from Thomson. Shaw gets it out by hand. Goes to Woods. Woods to Perkins, I think it was. Yeah, it was shot on goal.
Yeah, it was Perkins.
And it's gone to the wrong side of the post there. So the Bannockburn's third behind of the afternoon. They trail Thomson 3 goals, 3-21. As I said, Bannockburn 3 behind. nearly 27 minutes gone, first quarter Victory Trophy scoreboard.
They've just got to get in the corridor. I just can't repeat that often enough, Dale.
So the ball back with Armstrong to do the kicking in again. Nice kick of the footballer, Sabali. I reckon he'll go outside 50 with this kick. It's a long-looking kick. It will go outside 50. Justin's positioned himself well and takes a good, strong mark. So Justin now turns, spins back towards the centre wing. Henry's made space there by himself, and he goes to Henry and finds that player. Mark Henry swings quickly, goes round on the right foot towards the half forward. Maheris leads well in front of Giles and takes a mark outside 50. Have Hood now pushing forward with Van Ingen. So Hood and Van Ingen. Broom now in support. Takes the mark, or the possession of the ball. Handballs across to Booley. Comes short to Watts by foot. Now he has Woods further down the ground. Watts to Woods. There's the Wobblies. Isn't that right, Warry?
That's right, mate.
That's the Wobblies. And we go forward now looking for Harding on half forward line. It's good pick up there by Harding. Has a chance to run towards goal. Straightens himself up. Looks on goal. Goes long across the front. And Armstrong takes the mark right on the behind post, deep in the back line. So Sabali Armstrong now has the ball, swings the ball back across goal. Risky kick there. Farr comes over the top of the spoil. Shaw picks the ball up. No, he doesn't. Now he drops it. Oh, good tap back to Farr. Farr with a shot on goal. Shot on goal goes across the front again, and there's another behind there.
Needed a goal there, Smithy.
Bannockburn side. So Nick Farr, his first score of the afternoon. They move to 4 behinds. They trail Thomson 3 goals, 3.
So 28 minutes gone in this first quarter, and some poor decisions bringing the ball out of that defensive area from Thomson.
It's a bit worrying, mate. There's some one-on-ones they're going to at a contest from a distance away, and I think that's always going to be risky because some of those players can make up that distance.
So Savali Armstrong, he's been sucked into making a mistake there, and the umpire called him to play on. But if you go outside the square, you've got to touch the ball to your boot. He didn't do that. The umpire called play on. He tried to elude the tackle and went outside the square. So an opportunity here at the 29-minute mark for Bannockburn to get their first goal as the ball now goes into the air at the top of the goal square. Big pack of players. Oh, the siren's going to beat them as it sounds. It is quarter time, and I guess Thomson could thank their lucky stars there, because at quarter time, Thomson 3-3-21, leading Bannockburn 4 behinds, 4 points. And the goal kickers, obviously only for Thomson, 1 each to Noel Riley, Brent Hood and Christian Highland. No goal kickers for Bannockburn. So just repeating at quarter time, Thomson 3-3-21 leading Bannockburn 4 behinds. We'll go to a break. When we return, Laurie de Goldie's thoughts on that very interesting